There are people who think that we can't even leave because the sky has a glass top or whatever. You know, like
the firmament.
Firmament. Like, so what are you gonna do, man?
That falls with the flat earther kind of people, right?
Welcome back to Careful Boys. As you guys know, NASA has prepared another launch. They actually already took off. 4 astronauts are going on this journey around the moon. And that's to prep for like another possible mission of landing on the moon in the very near future. With that being said, do you believe
that we even landed on the moon on the first place?
Yeah.
Damn.
I do. I do think
so?
we went to the moon.
Really?
I think that China would have humiliated us because they sent a satellite over the moon like a couple years back. I think it was like a decade ago. And they took pictures of all the landing sites, and you can see the footprints are still there and shit.
Oh.
It's pretty sick. You should pull it up. It's like a dope photo. Of like the Apollo 11 site, which is like the first one with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, right? And then of all the other Apollos. And you can see like the rovers are still there. You can see like the LEM is still there. So
what do you think about that whole theory of like, if there's no wind, like why is the flag like?
I think it's because they're moving by the dirt that's holding the flag on the ground. So like that's what makes it wave.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because the pole is being moved by the dirt that's being unsettled by his feet. Yeah.
Are you talking about this photo? Are you talking about this one?
No.
So do you think do you believe that we ever landed on the moon?
So like, there's a couple of sides to how I think about it. I think the first side, like I would always like to think that good prevails. So I think I would like to think that we did actually land on the moon. We did accomplish all these cool things. And as crazy as the world is right now, where no one trusts anybody, is everything fake, and the elites are out to get us. And as much as of that as there is, I still just kind of have faith. And then so like Steve's way more into space than I am.
Love space.
But him saying that like another country saw it and was like, oh, cool, like, here's actually snapshots, then it makes me feel
It was
better.
India. Yeah, it was India.
That's definitely like, I think that's
I just sent it to you. It was India.
that's a factor for me too, is that like, I think the other countries have way more to gain by disproving it. Yeah. But then for some reason, the biggest doubters are Americans.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny to me. You know?
Because other countries can't wait. You know, like when they go to the Olympic,
Russia fucking
can't wait to go, we fucking owned your ass and this and this and this.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into the moon conspiracy stuff? Because I don't know anything about it, but
I did. Yeah. I was super into it. And then I just slowly over the years watched more and more debunking stuff, and I got more swayed to the other side.
what's their position?
Yeah, we're the top 3 myths. I know the flag was one of the myths, but I don't know if that was the top
The flag's
3.
a big one. Also, NASA did alter footage. Like they absolutely did do that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that messes with people because they go, well, if NASA's willing to do that, why aren't they willing to like do that about everything? Right.
Oh, that was the other one. I think it was like, maybe it was images of Mars or something. And it was like, they knew if they showed just how Mars was, it wouldn't be very remarkable. It would look like red rock because it was just like, they had like iron rich soil.
right.
So everything would just look red. So I think to give it a little bit more appeal, they made the sky a little bit blue and saturated, whatever, for the people to go, ooh, Mars, I give a shit. And I think because they did alter it or color it like the way they would color a movie, they're like, what? I fucking knew it. You altered it. Everything's fake.
Yeah.
That part to it too.
Another big one too is that people say the Van Allen radiation belt, that we couldn't possibly go through it because it's like it would cook the people inside, right? But I had it explained that they're going through it so fast. They're going like 70,000 miles an hour. It's like not enough time for them to get fucked up by it.
So speed is what the factor that gets.
Yeah, it has to do with why they didn't get it.
Even on re-entry?
Well, no, the Van Allen belt's like way out there on the way to the moon.
Yeah.
So
It surrounds the Earth, or is it like
going both directions?
halfway there. It's like called the Van Allen radiation belt, and it's like just a highly a lot of radiation in that zone, right?
That's the part that like for so many years we haven't taken anything past that, right?
Well, no, we've taken. We had to go to the moon to get to the moon. We had to go past it, but we don't generally go that.
Since then,
far.
there's not been.
No, not at all. No, nothing like that. But like this is that picture I was talking about. Apollo 11 parked on the moon, captured by India.
They what did they bring out there? You said
it was just a satellite.
On and Curry.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a satellite that they had orbiting the moon, and they were taking pictures of the sites.
It just seems like, to me, it just seems so easy, I guess, like to dismiss every little thing you see. Like, I think it takes very low stakes and just no research. Just be like, yeah, but India could have faked that. Like,
Totally.
they could have paid India for that. Like, it's too easy. I think it's just like, I don't think that argument's worth as much to me when people are just like, nah, this is fake, that's fake, this is fake, Earth's flat, whatever. It's all kind of.
Well, one of the big things people are saying right now too is like, well, why are we? And I do agree that it's not that impressive that we're going around the moon right now. We're not even going to land. Like, it's not that impressive, right? But I had, again, another thing I think was a good point that I heard was like, imagine like we were making the Roman Colosseum today, right? A stadium that has lasted for a long time. Whereas we can't even design an NFL stadium that lasts like 50 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But like, imagine we're trying to make another Roman Colosseum today. We don't have the tools or the same like techniques that they had back then. We would have to like learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what NASA's going through right now, where they're basically trying to relearn how to get to the moon.
Yeah, because then what do you think about the whole thing about like how, all the technology and all the data, it's all lost. All the stuff that they used to do it the first time, it's gone.
Well, that stuff is sus because a lot of it got written over. Like the tapes even got written over.
Did they just not think it was cool after a while and they just started?
Yeah. They were watching Baywatch Nights and they had to.
What's the conspiracy behind that? Like they just burnt the file.
It's just the fact that like over time they just lost everything.
They did.
Blueprints are gone. Everything's
Gone, dude, gone. Yeah. And like as departments changed and people died, like they can't even read the same. Even if they could find it, they would need to get a guy who understands it.
Damn.
The way that they like had
Wrote it.
But that is sus, right? I agree with
Yeah.
everybody who says that's sus.
It definitely is sus until like you make points where like in every field that does happen in every field.
Yeah.
And there's the other argument, which is like, if we did do it, how come we haven't gone back in like 70 years?
But I think the art counter to that is for what?
Well, right. We kind of started prioritizing other things.
Yeah.
Well, it cost a ton, and that was during the time we were having a dick measuring contest with the Soviet Union.
Yeah, that was the motivating factor to do it back then was the Cold War, right?
And we showed our cock is so big, we don't have to go back.
Yeah, and there's no more Soviet Union.
That is
No
true.
competition anymore.
No space race. But I think isn't there another space race now?
Satellite.
Definitely.
I think that's probably why this mission is happening as well. It's like there's like a reignited race.
Because China's being more involved with space right now, yeah, heavily.
Yeah.
But India is also doing it. And one of the things too about the Apollo missions that I like as a conspiracy is the idea that we maybe found something up there, and that's why we haven't been back since. Like something like we found something fucked up.
Something bad, yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, nope, we're good on Apollo missions. Thank you.
Supposed to be a space station, the alien space station on the dark side of the moon. That one's fun.
But space is for sure a priority because we have a brand new branch of the military,
Space Force.
which is pretty crazy, which I thought it was a joke, but it's not. It's like an actual real thing.
You thought it was a joke?
I really thought it was a joke. And then I was like, Space Force. And I was like, oh shit, it's actually Department of the Air Force. And it became its own thing. And it's really to protect our space assets.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And the other crazy, like that's supposed to be on the new that I don't think most people don't know about, but we have energy weapons. So we're supposed to be able to shoot these fucking energy weapons at fucking like laser accuracy, and they'll fly from outside and then hit targets on Earth.
Have you seen that company that has satellites in space that can give you sunlight anywhere?
What the fuck?
So like, let's say you're a mining company and you need to do work at night. You can pay them and they'll reflect sunlight onto your whole like region.
Holy shit.
Oh no, they got a false moon. I think it's that.
Insane.
What's China's false moon?
It was something to do with like working in.
It's like the thing you get on Temu. It looks like a moon put in your.
It's the Teletubby sun.
Pretty interesting point. People were saying like, so you know this recent voyage around the moon. People are like, why do we need to do a research reconnaissance mission before going? We've already been.
That's what smart people do, you dumb fuck.
I know. But then they were saying that like, do you know how many Apollo missions there were before they actually made it? That's why the freaking digit is so high.
That's why it's called Paul 11. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Damn, people are so
and people
fucking
hella
dumb.
died. Like there was a lot of problems.
And there's also those conspiracies where they don't think they died at all.
What? We saw it blow up.
Nah, dude. People think that those people are still alive and they didn't even change their names.
People people are so fucking stupid. They probably think it's like a flight from here to like San Jose or something. Like you're fucking mapping out something that's rotating around the sun and rotation on the fucking rotation. And you
Yeah,
gotta time the whole motherfucker.
But if I'm retarded, and I'm plenty retarded in my own way, but if I'm retarded, I go, see, that's how hard it is, Bart. What they can't do that. You know what I mean? Like you kind of made their point for them if that's where they're at. Like
It's a little bit like silly to know that there's an entire like whole subset of civilization that has devoted themselves to science and like making these breakthroughs and that's their entire livelihood. And you just think all of them are lying because you don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just because you're not a scientist, you think every one of them from Neil deGrasse all the way to like some unknown intern, they're all just in on it. Is like so paranoid.
we put refractors on the moon, like that you can like point a laser from like observatories, and they do this all the time. And like it'll actually just bounce off of the reflector thing, and it tells us like where it's coming from because it's coming from the moon. So like we put them there. How did they get there? Like you can actually observe that.
But then like again, like the counter argument to that's always something so stupid. They're just like,
Yeah, it's like they shot a missile and that's why. Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
it's some trick. It's always some trick.
There are people who think that we can't even leave because the sky has a glass top or whatever. You know, like
The firmament.
firmament. Like, so what are you gonna do, man?
That falls with the flat earther kind of people, right?
Yeah, and it just holds back humanity so hard because it just feels like the Dark Ages when someone discovers something and they call them a witch and kill them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, people are now actually really trying to make these strides for humanity.
they fucking like beheaded Galileo or whatever and hung him in the fucking Vatican Square.
Well, it also just does nothing because none of these people are actively actually standing in the way of rockets. They're just talking from the sideline, going, "Yeah, right."
But that's why it doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, because they're not
it's inconsequential.
gonna design a rocket.
Yeah, if anything, it just looks like they're just having fun in their communities.
I wonder if they do that at like barbecue restaurants. Like we smoked this for 14 hours. Yeah, right. You fucking cooked it in 30 minutes.
You microwaved it. Yeah. Yeah, I totally get it. But that's the funny thing about that conspiracy, just as a side note, you know, the conspiracy that the Challenger or the one that blew up and all those people like never died. So there's like whole charts online and whole like videos about this guy is actually this guy. He has the same face and he never changed his name. It's the same guy. And then I'm like, really? Is it actually? And then I like looked up each individual thing, and you can the research for this is out too, and it literally shows that these people had whole individual lives, like these so-called people that showed up out of nowhere. They didn't.
Fake Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, they didn't show up out of nowhere. Like they're just regular people.
Just look like them.
Yeah, they're actually just regular. And then the people who, you know, did die have families that still miss them.
You know what's super sad about Challenger 2 is so they didn't die in the explosion.
Oh, they died on the when
They
it.
died on impact when it landed in the ocean. Which means that they were in free fall for like a couple of minutes.
Oh shit.
And they knew that they were going to die.
Wait, which one is the one where they didn't even lift off and then they blew up? Like we saw it on TV. It blew up on takeoff.
You're not talking about this?
There's a couple of those.
Oh, there was a couple of them.
That one's Challenger, but they were like pretty high up, and then it came apart.
It's the picture of it's like in the sky and it's going like that. Yeah. That's the one.
That's Challenger, yeah.
Well, they ejected.
Well, it's not ejected. Like the capsule that the astronauts were in got separated during the explosion, and it was intact. So they were alive.
Goran's just screaming.
I don't know, because they could have been passed out. Like, but apparently,
Oh yeah.
and that's what I hope, right? I hope.
Like they're regular civilians.
But like the idea is, if they were still awake, not passed out because of the G forces,
Yeah.
they would have known and seen like themselves because they had windows in there.
Oh Jesus
The
Christ.
reason why I know about that is because the whole Japanese community was rooting for
The crash.
Jesus.
one of the astronauts. It was like we finally got one guy. That's why I was like, is it this one? I don't know, but he died. He didn't even get to go because it launched and then blew up.
Damn. So yeah, in this mission, the one that's going around the moon, the 4 astronauts, it's the first time that they're not all white.
Are any of them Johnny Kim or no?
Oh, for a lunar mission?
Yeah, for the lunar mission, yeah.
So it's like
I don't think so.
they got like a monkey, they got like a dog, they got like a lesbian lady. I got Jack.
Yeah, I think there's a woman, right? And then there's like a Canadian.
Yep, there's a Canadian.
Yeah.
Fucking
They're
moose.
also going to the furthest point. So like in our lunar missions, we went to like a certain, area beyond the moon. They're going even further than that. So like that's like kind of the history breaking part of
I
this.
think that's great.
I should send animals up there again.
But I equally as much as like it's like annoying, I still think it's so entertaining how some people will just look at those 4 astronauts and be like, they just been faking it their whole lives.
Actors.
Like everything they've done has just been to fake
Even
it for
just seeing
somebody.
this thing take off and being like, nah, dude.
And that's not to say that I don't think NASA has pulled some funny shit to try to get more funding, maybe, because there are some like pretty sus like
They've done so much
random
sus
things.
stuff.
Yeah, they've done a lot of stuff. Every company you can think of probably does sus stuff to get more funding for sure, just like the government. But in terms of the moon, I think that's pretty fucking sad to just say that all of it's just like bullshit when they've been trying so goddamn hard.
Stanley Kubrick's filmed it all.
Stanley Wong.
Which Apollo was that one? The one that blew up.
There was a couple of them. I want to say Apollo 2 blew up.
1 and 13.
Oh yeah, well 13 didn't blow up though.
Oh, this is suffered catastrophic incident. Yeah, 13 was the Tom Hanks.
Yeah. 13 came back.
I don't know why it says that. Apollo 13 was a pretty fucking sick ass movie.
Sick movie, dude.
I need to watch. Is it PG-13? Rated R.
You can watch that.
Yeah.
Watch
watch
it,
that.
watch it with Taika.
You know what's cool about it is all the space scenes they filmed in a plane that was actually descending.
When they do that?
Which one was the one you guys talking about?
So it's like you're really seeing them floating around.
That's tight.
It's fucking tight.
Yeah, Taika loves space stuff too.
Challenger mission explosion.
Ron Howard movie.
Just look up Challenger disaster.
I love space, dude.
That photo is pretty famous. It's
it was like very diverse.
it's this photo where it looks like dicks.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And like everyone was watching that shit on TV, all the school kids, because wasn't there a teacher on board?
Mm-hmm. It was a lady.
Yeah.
I was watching it.